Welcome back to Topic Thursday. This week's topic, Disney's House of Mouse. DCQT8CB asks, do you think the show should get a revival? Absolutely! And with all the new Disney movies and TV shows that came out since the original House of Mouse came to an end, there's so much possibility for new tunes to be included. Janet Pax 531 asks, what did you think of the episode where Max had a big date with Roxanne and Goofy and the others were meddling in their affairs? I thought it was pretty darn cute. The only thing that is peculiar about it is the fact that Roxanne was voiced by Grace Delisle, rather than her original voice actress Kelly Martin. Although it does lead to a rather interesting connection between Roxanne and Daphne Blake from Scooby-Doo, but I'll get into more details in the comments. Your local Sesame Street fan guy asks, what's your opinion on Disney's House of Villains? It's a fun Halloween special for sure. Christopher Potter asks, what's your favorite Disney House of Mouse episode? I'd have to say Mickey and Minnie's Big Vacation, especially the Mickey's Mouse Tales short featured in it, Around the World in 80 Days. I also like Music Day, especially with the mention and showing of the Reluctant Dragon, and he even speaks with his voice done by Jeff Bennett. Always Nugget asks, what are your thoughts on scenes where Timon and Pumbaa appear in the House of Mouse? They're pretty funny to see, especially with Ernie Sabella reprising his role as Pumbaa. Would have been cool to have Nathan Lane reprise his role as Timon, but Kevin Schoen is a good mimic. Powerpuff97 asks, what do you think House of Mouse still isn't on Disney+? I think the reason is that they're saving it for when Disney Plus eventually turns 10. But let me tell you, when House of Mouse ever does get onto Disney Plus, they'll get so many new subscribers and make so much more money. Wink, 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 wink. If the show gets revived, what Disney characters from 2002 onward would you like to see appear in the show? Ooh, that's a fun question, especially considering certain characters that were animated with CG rather than 2D animation. But hey, if characters who are normally 2D animated can be animated into CGI and Ralph breaks the internet, then surely the opposite treatment can be done here. So far off the top of my head, I can imagine characters from The Princess and the Frog making appearances, like Naveen and Lewis performing on stage, and Tiana offering her cooking advice. Do you think Clarabelle would have been a more likable character if she wasn't the Gossip Girl? Probably, but I like Clarabelle as a Gossip Girl. Would you have liked to see an episode where Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle did a totem pole trench? And how well do you think it would have done? That's a good question. Yes, I would have liked that. And knowing Minnie as the brains that helps to keep the House of Mouse organized, she would come up with a plan to dress themselves up to benefit the club in some way. Thoughts on the episode where Donald became the duck formerly known as Donald? I thought it was pretty funny. I especially loved how we see Panchito and Jose, voiced by Carlos Alves-Rocky and Ron Paulson respectively. Do you think it's annoying how It's Our House Now has become the most overused song for AMVs? With a song as fire as that is? Absolutely not. In fact, if I could make AMVs, I would absolutely make one with this song as well. Dakin Yu asks, do you have any favorite songs from the House of Mouse? Other than the aforementioned It's Our House Now, I also like Jafar and Iago's cover of Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, My Name is Panchito from Not So Goofy, the Ludwig von Drake song from Ask Von Drake, and The Best Christmas of All from Mickey's Magical Christmas. What do you think of the time when Herbie the Love Bug made an appearance in one episode? I thought that was a cute little sight, especially with Susie the Little Blue Coop. Were there any moments that made you laugh? Quite a few, I'm sure, but I'll have to look back to really get my answers. Who are your personal favorite characters in the series? I would say I love all of the main characters. Drummond asks, what was your introduction to House of Mouse? I saw it on Disney TV, on Toon Disney as a kid, and I loved it. Favorite characters who aren't the mains? From the short Around the World in 80 Days, I love the two characters that Scrooge McDuck associates with in the Reform Club, Madame Prunella Pelican, voiced by April Winchell, and Mr. Octavius O. Stritch, voiced by Tony J. Those aren't their official names, but that's what I think they should be called, even if they only appeared once. Were there any favorite cartoons that appeared in some episodes? Let's see, I like the roller coaster one, where Huey, Dewey, and Louie try to sneak onto a coaster but aren't tall enough, the Nutcracker, Donald's Halloween Scare, and Donald's Dinner Date. Thoughts on the House of Villains episode? A little too intense for me. I think it's pretty good, especially with Pete getting served a big old slice of humble pie at the end. The Sudrian A016 asks, do you think a few characters from Winnie the Pooh who are on the show could have spoken more often, or in one episode as the main character? We've seen Owl, but we haven't really heard him speak, and it would have been cool to hear Kanga and Roo talk to each other and their friends. Thank you for your questions.